In today's episode of Unscripted with Kathy, let's talk about the importance of showing up for your kids, for your family, for your friends. A lot of people think that if you are able to provide a good future, a good life, then you're already a good parent. And yes, for some, this can be the case. But for a lot of kids, they won't understand that. What will only matter to them is that you showed up, that you, their mom, or their dad, or both, showed up when it matters. And for little kids, it matters the most when there are school programs, when there are honors being given, when they have to dance, they have to sing, they have to do something in front of so many people. It is so important for them to see you out there, to see your face, to know that you are there for them. Because they're scared, or they're proud, they're worried. What if they don't do well? What if they miss their line? What if they forget? They need you to be there. And I know that a lot of parents are so busy because they're providing a good future for their kids. In their mind, in their heads, I'm working so hard. I can't miss work. I have a big client meeting. So many reasons. But for your kids, the only thing that matters is that you are there. You show up. And when you don't, it is a heartbreak that they don't easily recover from. For others, they don't recover from it. They just learn to live with it. I was fortunate enough to study in a school that actually discouraged this. Maybe because they knew that a lot of Chinese parents don't really see the value of showing up because they have a different perspective, they have different goals. And so we would have school programs that no parents would be allowed to watch. It's just for the school, for your classmates, and so no parents would be there. But there was a time that I got an honor. So I was actually first honor in our class. And this was the first time that I was the first honor. So it's kind of a big deal for me. And mind you, my mom has always made it a point to be there. Sometimes she'd be late, but she'd be there. However, this time, she didn't quite make it. I was already done receiving the award when she arrived. And until now, though I understand her, the hurt that I felt at that time is still there. I still wish that we could go back in time and that she would have been there to give me my medal, to be on stage with me. And I was already a first year high school student there. Imagine what it's like for little kids. So I hope that parents nowadays would find a way to be there for their kids. If not one parent, both parents. And if not both parents, at least one parent needs to be there. And if not, send someone else. And if you really don't have anyone else, it's just you and your kid, send a friend that you trust. But send someone. Don't allow your kid to perform while other parents are there for their own kids and they have no one. Someone has to show up because it will matter to your kids and it will matter to you in the long run. It's the same as being there for your family when you are already old enough to go out, fly high, go to places you only dreamed of before. Remember to be there for your parents, to be there for your siblings. I don't mean financially. Financial would be great, but if it's not feasible, just be there for them. Check in on them from time to time. Ask them how they are. Ask them if they would like that favorite cake, ensaymada, something, anything. Because being there for your family doesn't mean that you owe it to them. It's because you love them, you care for them. So be there for them. The one thing that I really truly loathe hearing during wakes and eulogies is that I wish I could have been there. I wish I visited you more often. I wish I took that one photo. I wish I said I love you. No wish would ever wake the dead up. No wish would ever put you back in time so that you could do those things. If you didn't make time for these people when they were alive, don't say anything anymore when they're dead because you're just trying to comfort yourself. It's just a selfish thing to do. Because if those people truly mattered to you, you would have made time, especially in this day and age where there are so many ways to connect via Zoom, Facebook Messenger, Viber calls. Distance is no longer a thing that would be the reason for you to not make that effort or to not make that connection. So make it a point to make that connection when they are still alive. And it's the same for friends. Sometimes family life gets in the way, but find a way to make it up to them. You don't need to see them often. You don't need to be there physically all the time. You can send gifts. You can send memes. You can send little notes here, there, and everywhere. You can comment on their posts. You can be visible in your friend's life should you wish to do so. Should you want to be present. And if you don't, then there's a reason as well. But if somebody matters to you, if someone is important to you, show up. Be there physically, virtually, but be there. I hope that this was something that made you think, made you ponder, and gave you clarity. I'll see you guys again on the next one.